Picture this. Your coworker just pulled up in a brand new Lexus, designer sneakers, talking about his investment portfolio at lunch every single day. You're sitting there thinking, bro, we make the same salary. Here's the thing, he does. Welcome to the era of fake rich. And once I show you these 10 signs, you're gonna start seeing it everywhere. In your friend group, at work, on your phone, maybe even in the mirror. Stick around because sign number 7 is the one nobody talks about, and it's the most dangerous one. Let's get into it. Sign number 1, the badge chaser. You know this person. They're not buying the product, they're buying the logo. Entry-level Lexus, base model Audi, the cheapest Jordan colorway just because it says Jordan. They want the badge on the hood and the swoosh on the shoe without the budget to back it up. Here's what's wild. A fully loaded Toyota Camry has better tech, better reliability, and lower insurance than a stripped-down luxury sedan. But the badge chaser doesn't care about the drive. They care about what people in the parking lot think. What actually wealthy people do? They buy based on function first. The Tesla, the Porsche, the Rolex, those come after the net worth, not before. Sign number 2, the future tense flexer. I've got a huge deal closing next month. Once this crypto play hits, I'm done working. My business is about to blow up, bro. Notice something? It's always future tense because the present doesn't match the image they're selling. So they live in projections, deals that haven't closed, investments that haven't paid off, businesses that exist mostly in their head. Real money talks in past tense. Last year I made X. I sold that property for Y. The fake rich are always about to win, but somehow the win never arrives. What actually wealthy people do? They're quiet about income. Jeff Bezos isn't at the bar telling strangers about his next big thing. The scoreboard speaks for itself. Sign number 3, the purchase that broke the bank. Here's a rule that'll change how you think about money. If you can't afford to buy it twice, you can't afford it once. That $800 sneaker drop, the $3,000 vacation on a credit card, the watch that costs more than their emergency fund. These aren't celebrations of success. They're costumes for success that hasn't arrived yet. I've seen people making $50,000 a year carrying $4,000 handbags, not because they're rich, because they need people to think they are. What actually wealthy people do? Their luxury items are a tiny fraction of their net worth, not a significant chunk of their monthly paycheck. Quick question. How many people do you follow on social media that you genuinely believe are as rich as they look? Yeah. Keep watching. Number 4, the lease loop. Leasing a luxury car isn't a flex, it's a subscription to looking rich. When you lease, you're paying for the steepest depreciation years, the most expensive part of a vehicle's life, and then you hand it back and start over. No equity, no ownership, just a perpetual monthly payment that never ends. 20 years of leasing, you've made hundreds of thousands in payments. You own absolutely zero. But that new car smell and fresh badge, that's the entire point. The fake rich will pay forever just to look like they made it. What actually wealthy people do? They either buy cash, buy certified pre-owned, or they own a business that writes off the vehicle. Big difference. Number 5, the one-upper. You just got promoted. Before you finish the sentence, they've already said, oh nice, I actually turned down a promotion last year. I'm making more consulting on the side anyway. You booked a trip to Miami. They spent a week in Tulum in a private villa. You bought a new TV. Suddenly their home theater setup comes up out of nowhere. This is insecurity dressed up as confidence. Someone genuinely successful doesn't need to redirect attention. Your win doesn't take anything from their win. One-upping is a broke mindset wearing an expensive outfit. What actually wealthy people do? They celebrate other people's wins without feeling threatened. Their identity doesn't depend on being the richest person in every room. Sign number 6, the social media showroom. The curated Instagram feed, the what I spent this weekend TikTok, the Snapchat story from the rooftop bar. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Performing wealth online gets more engagement than building wealth. Nobody films themselves maxing out their Roth IRA, but come shopping with me videos get millions of views. So the fake rich have learned you don't need money to look like you have money online. You just need good lighting and the right angles. Watch for this. The people posting the most about their lifestyle are often the most financially fragile. Real financial security doesn't need a comment section. What actually wealthy people do? Many of them barely post. Their money works quietly. It doesn't need clout. Think about the 5 richest people you personally know in real life. Not celebrities, not influencers. Real people. How many of them are posting their lifestyle every day? Exactly. Sign number 7, the scheme chaser. Okay, this is sign number 7, the one I told you about at the start.
Pay attention. The fake rich are obsessed with get-rich-quick schemes, not the obvious scams. Those are easier to spot. I'm talking about the stuff that sounds almost legit. Day trading options, drop shipping courses, crypto arbitrage, some MLM that's different from the others, a mysterious business that they can't quite explain but is definitely about to change everything. Here's the pattern. They go all in with massive energy. They recruit their friends, they post about it constantly, then 6 months later, it quietly disappears. No explanation, no accountability.
And 2 months after that, new scheme, same energy, same confidence, different logo. They can't admit failure because the whole persona is built on the appearance of success, so they just keep moving forward, hoping the next thing finally makes the story true. What actually wealthy people do? They build boring, slow, repeatable systems, index funds, real estate, a business with actual margins. It's not exciting. That's exactly why it works. You tell them you're saving aggressively, they tell you you're leaving money on the table. You're driving a paid-off Honda Civic, they say you should at least be in something newer. You're happy renting right now, they give you a 10-minute speech about building equity while they're 2 months behind on their own lease payments. The fake rich need to give financial advice, not to help you, but to validate themselves. If you're doing fine with a different approach, it threatens the story they've built. What actually wealthy people do? They respect that different paths work for different people. They give advice when asked, not as a flex. Fake bags, knockoff watches, replica sneakers. Here's the irony. A decent fake costs $200 to $400. For that same money, you could own something genuinely well-made, just without a famous logo. But that's not the point, is it? The fake rich don't want quality. They want recognition. They want strangers to glance at the logo and assign value to them. The problem? Anyone who actually knows the real thing knows it's fake. The stitching, the weight, the hardware. It reads as desperation to the exact people they're trying to impress. What actually wealthy people do? They invest in quality over brand names. A $300 pair of well-made leather shoes beats a $300 knockoff every single time.
Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. The man is worth over $100 billion. Let that sit. When everything someone wears is designed to scream money, nothing they wear actually communicates it. The 6 logos, the 4 chains, the cologne you can smell from the parking lot. It's a walking billboard that says, "I need you to think I'm important." Real wealth whispers. It doesn't need to announce itself. Look at the genuinely wealthy people you know. One quality watch, simple clothes, clean shoes, no desperation, no performance. The louder the display, the deeper the insecurity underneath it. What actually wealthy people do? They dress for themselves. Their confidence doesn't come from what strangers think of their outfit. Look, I'm not here to judge. Most of us have done at least one of these things. I know I have. The real question isn't about other people, it's about you. Are the financial decisions you're making right now building something real? Or are they buying you an image that's slowly costing you your actual future? Because fake wealth is expensive. It takes everything you have and gives you nothing back. Real wealth is boring. It's slow. It's quiet. And one day you wake up with options that most people only pretend to have. If this video hit different for you, drop a comment. Tell me which sign you see the most in your life. And if you want to know how actually wealthy people think about money, that video is right here. I'll see you there.